Hello everyone, welcome to week report 8. So for week report 8, these are the tasks that you're going to complete. As we did last week, please continue working on your discussion boards. Complete notes 8, lab number 8, week report 8, and then continue working on your final project. So what are you going to include in your notes? Just like you did from the previous notes, definition, usage or formula, and then examples of these commands over here. You can get them right from the presentation. The link to the presentation, like always, is either in the module or in the week report directly. When you finish, you do the usual, convert it to PDF, push to GitHub, and submit in Blackboard the URL to the Markdown file and the PDF. This is an example. Like always, you can find examples in the example repository. Preview on the side. Again, command, definition, an example, code, an example, the actual command that executes the action in the example. Obviously, the example uses code formatting to make things look nice. And, again, this is just like we've been doing so far, so nothing new here. That's it for week report number 8. You are going to give me a screenshot of your discussion board post, a link to your lab number 8, and a link to your notes 8. You can give me the screenshot on the dashboard, or sorry, on Blackboard, or you can, if you write your discussion boards on a text editor on the side and then you paste it in, you can give me that too. At the end of the day, it's just proof that you did the discussion board. That's it. Or that you at least did a post on a previous discussion board that you were working in. Just prove that you worked on it. This is, again, just like with the other stuff. In the example repository, you can go to week reports, week report 8, and it shows you how the Markdown is supposed to look like right here. You just close that, close that, close that. And since I finished doing all of that stuff, I'm just gonna push to GitHub. Actually, I'm gonna finish until I explain the labs too, so that I just do it once. For lab number 8, so like always, lab number 8 can be found over here, which I guess I didn't change the name, but it's gonna be right here. Actually, let me go do that right now. Okay, so I changed the name, but it's not gonna reflect until the changes take effect. So lab number 8, which is handling text files. This one, handling text files. So we are gonna do 2 questions only. Question 1 is complete practice 1, 2, and 3. So go to the presentation and you're gonna go to practice number 1, 2, and 3. Like always, here are the commands you're gonna practice. Always the solution provided right there. And then once you finish, you take a screenshot of practice 1, 2, and 3, and then you put it there. That's 50 points of your lab number 8. For question number 2, here is the scenario. You are a junior sysadmin working for NetGenWares, a web development agency that stores server access logins in plain text files. There was an application that they were working with. They have to pull it down, and there is a log file called access.log. That file contains some data. Your boss gives you the file, and you need to run some analysis on the file. There are things you need to get out of that file. So this is the structure of the file over here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and this is the meaning of each and every one of the columns. So the first column shows you the date of the event, well, which day this particular success event occurred, the time of the day that this occurred, the user who performed the action, in this case it was logging in, and the endpoint of the given action. The endpoint here will be /login in or login. And then finally, the result of that action. Was it successful? Was it not? Did it fail? And this is what it says over here in the end. To obtain the file, you need to run this command over here. So we're just going to copy, open our terminal, paste, enter, and boom. You're going to have a file now called access.log in your home directory. So for this task, you are expected to use cat tag, head, tail, cut, sort, and WC. Nothing else. The use of these commands is strictly forbidden. Every answer must only include these commands over here and nothing else. For every question, you have to show the command that you use, obviously, by taking a screenshot of the command and its output. You are going to need more than one screenshot. Some of these actions can be done in a single terminal window. Others might occupy more than what your terminal can display at a time. So what do I mean by this? So let's say that you have a command that is very long. I'm just gonna go to documents, just gonna show you an example of what I mean, and then I'm gonna go into let me see what I got in here. Sample size, sample files, and in here we have I'm gonna go inside markdown. So let's say that the task is to display the content of, let's see what we have in here, blog post.md. Notice that it takes my entire screen here, so I'm just gonna clear one more time. Notice that this takes almost my entire screen. In scenarios like this, you need to make sure that you show the command that you run and some of the output. It doesn't have to be the entire output, but you have to be at least some of the output. And if you're not out of space, then you take another screenshot. Like this is just what we've been doing the entire semester. Nothing new here. So before you start working with the log files, figure out how many how many logs the file contains. That's the first thing you need to do, right? This is the first command that you're gonna figure out. Then instruction number 2, who was the first user to interact with the application now? If you notice here, I am not telling you exactly what command to use. Instead, I am giving you very generic instructions, very generic problems. And the goal in this challenge is to figure out which command is going to give you the answer that you're looking for and then execute said command. You take a screenshot and that shows me what the answer is. Who was the last user to interact with the application? What are the first 15 events in the file? You must include the name of the file in the command output. And then so on. Once you finish with each and every one of these mini challenges over here, right? And obviously you have taken a screenshot. Take a look at how I'm going to grade you. Question 1 is 50 points. Just doing the practice is 50 points. Question 2 is 50 points. Now, each subtask from this is worth 5 points, except number 9. Number 9 is worth 10 points. Once you finish, you do the usual. Convert to PDF, push to GitHub, give me the file in Blackboard, the PDF file, and the URL. Right, so one thing that you can do to make your submission even more clear, if you need to, if you feel like you took too many screenshots, in your Markdown file, you can label the questions. For example, you can say this is the answer for question 1. So challenge 1, right? And then you can say this here is challenge 2. And this here is challenge 3. Again, this is completely optional because I am gonna read each and every one of the screenshots anyway and figure out if you answer the question or not. The only way that you're gonna lose points if I don't see a command that actually answers each and every one of the questions, because I expect you to complete those questions in the appropriate order. Just gonna generate my PDF one more time. And let's do the usual. Let me pull, since I work on multiple machines at the same time. Let's commit, finished, week 8, and let's push. Okay. Now let's go to GitHub. Want to make sure that we got all our URLs. Labs, lab 8, lab8.md. Yep, this is my file. Perfect. Now let's check week report 8. There we go. This is my week report. Let me click on notes 8 here to go straight there. These are my notes. Everything is as expected. And that's it. If you have any questions, you know what to do. You can reach out to me via Slack and we can hop on a call if needed. Take care.